Right. Friends, we are today on August 31st, 2025. We're celebrating Eruch, who passed on this day. Is it 25 years ago? 2020. Oh, I'm I'm not sure which year. So Karen will tell us all the facts. She's the girl with the she's been studying. Karen Talbot. Thanks,
Hey,
Karen.
Baba, everyone. How fortunate we were to have known Erich. What a gift. What a gift. So basically, he was Baba's closest companion and his most important interpreter, along with everything else that he did for Baba and for us. Erich was born on October 13th, 1916, in Bombay, to Zoroastrian parents, Barimshah Dorabji Jessawala and Gaimai Jessawala. Erich had two sisters, Mera and Manu, and a younger brother, Merwan. The family lived in Nagpur, India. Their extensive home, garden, and properties were named Mary Lodge. His entire family was devoted to Baba. Erich's father, Papa Jessawala, was born in 1890, died May 29th, 1959. He was the chief inspector of boilers for the Centre Provinces of India, which was a very high post in British India. He was very disciplined and fiery, and Baba's nickname for him was Pistol. Erich's mother, Gaimai, her family, the Sathas, were devoted to Baba. They lived in Ahmednagar at Akbar Press, and Baba met that family when he, for the first time, left Rustam and Frani's wedding and walked, about to be wedding, and walked, well, I think it was wedding, and then walked all the way and to what became Meherabad and met them on the way. The first time Eruch remembered meeting Baba was in 1925 when he was 9 years old on a trip with his family to Akbar Press. Her brother, Gaimai's brother, told her they had met someone who reminded them of Zoroaster. As they rode along, Baba was actually behind them. Erich fell from the back of the horse carriage they were traveling in and seriously hurt his elbow. Baba picked Erich up, lovingly comforted him, had him sit on his lap, put duni ash on Erich's elbow, and wrapped a handkerchief around it. Erich was amazed that a total stranger could express such love and concern. From 1925 to 1930, Baba would visit their family home, Mary Lodge, in Nagpur. He'd play games with Erich, but Erich wanted to be with his teammates, playing school games. Baba understood. He started teaching Erich to read his alphabet board. As a game, Erich was a natural. He enjoyed this immensely. In later years, Erich became Baba's chief interpreter. In August 1930 at Nagpur, Baba told Gaimai, Erich is my son. I will give you another. Gaimai agreed instantly. Papa Jessawala said, how can I give you Erich? He is our only son. But at the time, Gaimai was pregnant and gave birth to their son, Merwan. In 1936, Erich was 20 years old, studying in college in Benares. Baba asked him, what do you want to become? Erich replied, an engineer. Baba asked Erich, why don't you become my engineer instead? In May of 1938, Baba sent a telegram to Erich saying to come immediately to Panchgani. It was very hot, 120 degrees. Erich kept working in the garden to protect the plants from the heat. Within an hour, another telegram arrived saying the same thing, but it was sent from a different railway station. Gaimai, his mother, implored him to go immediately. Eruch did. He left so rapidly that he left the keys in the glove compartment at the train station. He asked the guard to watch the car, but when Papa Jessawala came back, he was not pleased that to find his car with the keys sitting in the lot. When Eruch arrived after a brief conversation, Baba said, "If I were to ask you to leave everything behind and come and stay with me, is it possible for you to do that?" Eruch replied, "By your grace, everything is possible." Baba then asked Eruch to come on August 1st, 1938. Then Baba said, "Is it possible for all the family to leave everything and come and follow me?" Again, Eruch replied, "By your grace, everything is possible." "That's good," said Baba. "Tell them to come also. When you come, bring a trunk, sleeping bag for each, and bring the car. Only those things." When he returned to tell his parents, his mother was overjoyed. His father, who had created extensive property and assets for the family, shrugged his shoulders and replied, "All this I have done for you all, that you may have happiness. But if you find great happiness at his feet, then I am all the more happy." Then his father said he was too busy to wind up the estate, so he asked Eruch to be responsible and said he would just sign the papers. This was May 23rd, so Eruch had a very short time to wind up the estate and other matters by August the 1st. Later, Baba sent a message. "Tell your father his retirement is due in 6 months. He should not retire prematurely." On August 1st, the whole family came to live with Baba. Papa came for 1 week before he retired from his position. Eruch assisted Baba with the Mad Ashram, which had recently been brought back to Meherabad from Lahore. Eruch said the training with his father was a precursor to his life with Baba. From 1938 to 1942, Eruch accompanied Baba on the Blue Bus tours, along with the women Mandali. He drove the bus after Elizabeth Patterson's new car arrived. He also accompanied Baba on many bus journeys. After the rest of the family came to live with Baba, he asked them to live in Jabalpur, and then they were in Bangalore during the Blue Bus tours. In 1943, Baba asked them to move to Pune and told them they'd be there for 20 days. Those 20 days lasted for many, many years, and that was Bindra House. In Eruch's book, That's How It Was, he shares 2 intimate times with Baba. He wrote, "I spent so much time with him, but I almost never had the opportunity to simply sit and stare at him." One time when Eruch went to help Baba, Baba gestured, "No, you sit." So Eruch sat there near Baba's chair, simply gazing at him. Not a word was said. They sat in silence, simply staring at each other. Eruch found cool tears streaming down his cheeks. Nothing was ever said, but that remains one of Eruch's treasured memories of his time with Baba. The second one, before the beginning of the new life, Baba wanted a period of relaxation. Eruch suggested a place on the coast, then Gurla. Baba sent the women Mandali to the beach. He and Eruch went to contact a must. Instead of walking 3 miles to reach the town, Baba asked Eruch to cross the inland waters in one of the dugout canoes the fisher boys used. Eruch carried a satchel containing a water bottle, soap, a towel, a washcloth, and so forth. While traveling with Baba to contact musk, these things were necessary to wash the musk, clean the squalid area they stayed in. Eruch also carried sweets, clothing, cigarettes, and other items a musk might ask for. So Eruch found the fisher boys, and those friends were roughhousing. And so the driver, the boy who drove the canoe was fine, but the friends started roughhousing, and so Baba Erich and the boy were thrown into the water. Baba had gone under. Erich had to dive down and pull him to the surface. They had to wade through dirty water to reach the shore. Erich had to leave Baba alone to get fresh clothes. After being helped back on the back, Baba said to Erich, as you gave me your helping hand today to help me out of these murky waters, a day will come when I will lend you my hand and pull you out of the muck of illusion. In 1949, Erich was one of the New Life companions with Baba that actually stayed the entire time. There were just 4 who returned. Erich would be in the front with Baba, the women were behind. He was there at Imampur, the mosque, and that was kind of the final stop on the New Life before they returned to Meherazad. And Erich was exhausted from the New Life when they returned to Meherazad. In 1952, he was so exhausted, he asked not to be included in the visit to the inaugural visit to the Meher Spiritual Center in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Instead, Baba sent Erich and Pendu to Hamirpur and Andhra State in India to tell villagers about him. Erich was unsure what to say as he had never spoken about Baba before. Baba told Erich to stand up, remember me, and speak. This was a very successful but tiring trip for Erich and for Pendu. Erich worked on God Speaks. He wrote the book's 9th chapter, working from a chart given by Baba under his direct supervision, and he also wrote the conclusion to the book. The second time Baba went to the West, to the Meher Center in 1956, Erich accompanied him, along with Adi, Dr. Nilu, and Meherji. In in New York City, they attended a dinner at Longchamp's restaurant at the Hotel Delmonico, and then they left and went down to the Meher Spiritual Center. Erich and the 3 other men stayed in Baba's house, but since Erich had not been to the center in 1952, Baba took Erich to the edge of the bluff to show him the wonderful view. Afterward, they traveled to California, visiting followers there. They finished their trip by visiting Sydney, Australia. When they visited Australia, they visited Meher House in Sydney, where Erich met Francis Brabazon, the head of the Australian Baba Group, as well as other group members. And Meher House had just been finished in time for Baba's visit. On December 2nd, 1956, Erich was driving the car in Uttara on the way to Satara. At 5:15 p.m., the steering wheel suddenly and inexplicably went completely out of control. The car swerved, crashing against a stone culvert, and eventually landed in a foot-deep ditch on the other side. All the men in the car were injured. Baba was seriously hurt. Vishnu was injured. Erich, Pendu, and Nilu were thrown out of the car, and Dr. Nilu died as a result of the accident. Erich felt partially responsible for Baba's physical suffering since he was the driver. Baba said, "Don't be sad. One day I will definitely walk. It has nothing to do with you. The accident had to happen, and it should happen." Erich joined Baba on his 1958 visit to the West. They went to the Meher Center and had a wonderful, well-packed visit there with many activities held in the barn on that visit. Afterwards, they flew to Los Angeles, went to Ojai, and met Agnes Barron at Mehermount. And then they came to Northern California, the Bay Area, and flew to Australia. This time, under Francis's supervision, the Avatar's Abode in Queensland was inaugurated during Baba's visit there. As his closest companion, Eruch was intimately involved with all of Baba's activities. Summers were spent at Guru Prasad, the palace of the Maharani of Baroda in Pune. She gave the palace for his use during the hot Indian summer months and for gatherings with his followers. During these Guru Prasad summers, Eruch would often spend his days there and then return to Bindra House in the evening to be with his family. In November 1962 at Guru Prasad, Eruch was very busy preparing for the East-West gathering. He worked tirelessly throughout the gathering. Similarly, he worked for the 1965 Eastern Sahavas, also held at Guru Prasad for Baba's Indian followers. Eruch tried to dissuade Baba from sending the circular about the Great Darshan to be held in April 1969 because Baba's health was so poor. Baba said, "I will give darshan. I want them to come. Send it." Until January 31st, 1969, Eruch continued to be Baba's interpreter and closest companion. On January 31st, Eruch was by Baba's side when Baba was losing consciousness. Eruch immediately began administering mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Eruch asked Dr. Briesman, one of the doctors there, to administer oxygen. Goher gave him an intracardiac injection. In the ensuing days, but Baba passed. Eruch spent the next 7 days at Meherabad, welcoming those who came to offer respects to Baba. Eruch recalled that Baba had instructed the Mandali several times, "Whenever I drop my body, bring it to Meherabad and place it in the tomb." Eruch also remembered Baba told him to play the song Begin the Begin 7 times. Eruch told Mani to bring her movie camera and take a film. Just before the lid was brought inside and placed over Meher Baba, Eruch went down into the crypt and placed a very fine scarf given by Mera over Baba's face. The Great Darshan was held from April 10th through June 10th, 1969. New groups came weekly from America, Australia, England, and Europe to Guru Prasad. One day was spent at Meherabad and Meherazad. When all the Baba followers were sitting in Guru Prasad Hall and the clock struck 9 a.m., Eruch would stand at the microphone and say, "You have kept your appointment with God." At the end of the 3 months, they returned to Meherazad. Eruch survived Baba by 32 years. He continued to live at Meherazad and worked for the Avatar Meher Baba Trust in Ahmednagar until 2001. He continued to be an inspiration for followers of Baba from the East and West until the end of his life, sharing stories and remembrances of his life with Baba in Mandali Hall at Meherazad. On July 31st, 2001, "O Baba" slipped from his lips. His beloved's name was the last word Eruch spoke aloud. Eruch died on August 31st, 2001, and was buried in the men's cemetery at Lower Meherabad. Baba called him his Peter and said, "If at all I enjoy the company of anyone, it is Eruch. Do you know how very important Eruch is for my work? By remaining by my side, he serves me 24 hours a day, keeps watch by my side, reads my signs and gestures, looks after my smallest chores, and in addition tackles correspondence. Nowadays, I ask Eruch for his free and frank opinion whenever I am in doubt about dealings with others. He is a gem. Eruch was matchless. From the men and women mandali, beloved Avatar Meherabad fulfilled his promise to Eruch Jessawala on 31st August 2001 at 2:31 a.m. when he gave Eruch his hand and pulled him out of the muck of illusion to live eternally in him. Avatar Meherabad Jai. Jai Baba, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Karen. That was priceless. That was wonderful. How you you summed it up so beautifully.
Thank you, Betty.
Ah,
Ditto to that. Beautiful. Thank you, Karen.
There's one other thing that should be read, and I don't know that I'll have the time to, but it's Eruch's prayer.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I don't know if you want to hear it, if you want it read
yeah.
later on.
Yes, yes,
Want to
yes.
hear it now?
Can you do
Okay.
it now? Yeah.
Okay. Beloved Baba, I remain beholden to you for everything that you have done for me, in spite of what I am and how I am. You have always overlooked my weaknesses and forgiven me my trespasses. You have never once chastised me. On the contrary, you have always showered your love upon me and your graces upon me. I have no words to express my gratitude, but to utter, "O Baba, O Baba, O Baba." I am grateful to you for everything. I remain grateful to you ever and ever. Oh, Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you, never, never, ever let me down. Baba, never, ever reject me, but accept me as I am and how I am. Oh, Baba, guard me and guide me and help me. Hold my hand and lead me on till the very end. Fill me with your love from top to bottom, from side to side, inside and outside, so that your love pervades and permeates me, engulfs and envelops me. And all that is your love and not I. I remain resigned to your will, and let thy will be done always. Jai Baba.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Karen, for reading that now. Wonderful.
Very special.
Mm.
Joe Stewart has beautiful music, put beautiful music to that. Maybe I can find it and maybe send it to you and you can put it on
Would be
later.
great. Yeah, okay.
I'll
All
try
right.
and see if I can source it.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, now I will play a video. This is Erich in Mandalay Hall. Um, I don't know the year, but it's fairly late in his, he's 85. He says he's 85. So, um, and then after that, we will have some sharing. All right. Let's see here. And there's some of it is there's a Spanish group in Monterey Hall, so some of it is translation from English to Spanish. So we'll see if it gets too long. Maybe I'll just cut it short. We'll see how it goes here.
Please speak loudly. I can't hear you.
Okay.
What do you want?
Would you be kind enough to tell your story today?
No, I won't be kind enough. I'll be rude to you.
Thank you. So, ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready.
Nice people have asked me that, and I don't think there was a time that I wasn't being led to Baba. But I thought I had to do it up here. So I had the biggest library of, religions and philosophies and all that sort of stuff. And finally, it was my daughter who is a beautiful 19-year-old artist at this point. But she led me to a friend who said to me, "You are so troubled by so many things. Let me tell you about this place in Myrtle Beach. You have to write a letter to them and tell them you're not into drugs or anything. They won't try to get you to do anything. You can go and sleep and rest and read and walk through the lovely gardens, whatever you want to do."
When was this again?
This was May 1993.
1993.
So I do that. I go to the Baba Center and I keep hearing Baba this and Baba, who's this Baba?
And I ask you, how's the sound? Is it too loud? Oh, you have to unmute.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's okay. Good, good.
But I knew it was called Baba Center, so it's okay. But it kept, Baba says this and Baba says.
So you didn't even know anything about Meherabad?
She's not going to proselytize. She just said, just go to this place. So I'm like,
Can we ask who, excuse me, can we ask who the...
Brenda Harold.
Okay,
Charles.
yes.
So I go and I listen, and I'm like up to here with the word Baba, but pretty stories. And I go into the meeting room, and Jane was alive then, and Jane, of course, she embraces any new person. Have to sit right beside Jane. So there's a wonderful movie, there's beautiful
Is this
singing.
Jane Hayden?
Jane Hayden. About 15 minutes into the program, I start to yawn, and I yawn, I know, 150 times. I am so embarrassed, and Jane's over there squeezing my hand, and I'm yawning, and the tears are streaming down my face because I'm yawning. And I learned to move in the back of the room because it happens every time. But anyway, I just started listening, and I started seeing these glowing smiles from everybody. And that, I don't know who this Baba person is, but see, she's got one right now. How could you get that? They have to be contagious. So I go back, and I go back, and I go back, and finally I figured out that it wasn't a head thing. It took me about 3 years. And then I start saying, well, when am I going to have a Baba dream? Everybody has a Baba dream. When am I going to get to have a Baba dream? So one day I'm in the bathtub and meditating. This great big window opens up in front of me, and it's this incredible picture of Baba, like it's on the cover of the current, the lamppost. Well, it's on the front cover, that wonderful young picture. And he's coming through this window, incredible speed, and there's phenomenal color behind him. It's like I stepped into a Garden of Eden or something, only he's coming at me. And then he explodes in goals, and he picks me up, and he starts seeing me do the same thing. I'm growing bigger, like I have lights around me and all this. And he looks at me and he signs the signing that I know, which was, he says, no shoes. The sign for shoes is this in ASL. So anyway, he signs no shoes, no shoes. And then he looks at me like I don't need anything. I don't even need shoes. And then he just disappears and that's it. So I think, well, that was only about 3 seconds. That's not really a Baba dream. I didn't realize that people would say, oh, but what a gift, what a gift. So finally in March this year, I go to the center, and they tell me when I'm going, you're going to be in the women's compound, and I think, oh, that's really great. You're going to be sharing with 3 other women, and I think, oh, I'll learn a whole bunch from them.
You mean in the guest house?
In the guest house, I'm sorry, in one was.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to be, there before I go, and I think, well, they always tell you you're going to be somewhere, and you get there, and you're going to be somewhere else. So I better not hang on to that one, but the guest compound, surely they wouldn't take that one away from you. Right? But, it's a Baba thing, and you're being egotistical. So I get there, and I'm not only in the women's compound, I'm alone. So I spend the weekend just floating around, and everything happens like this beautiful love story. I'm thinking a question, I pick up a book, I flip through, open the page, there's my answer. I lay down and take a nap, I pick up the blanket, and I put it over my head, and it's full of roses. It was like that all weekend. And I mean, so that was my, okay, it's time to come to India. So here we are. Oh. Is that enough?
Huh?
Who is that?
Where? Where?
Thank you. How I wish you had extended so that I would have trouble to tell mine.
It's your turn.
What do you want from me now? My story?
What is it that you want?
It's not my story, it's my life.
How did you come to Baba and how did you know he was God?
I don't know still that he was God. I know that he is God. I never knew that he was. Okay. What happened was that I don't know where to begin. It's a long, long, drawn story. Okay. What happened was that in 1938, Baba sent me a cable. He used to pay visit to my place where we used to live in Nagpur at a place called Lady Lodge. And we had a very, very beautiful place, a mansion full of gardens and our aviaries and apiaries were there, all birds' nests and all that. Actually, they were there. My father had created all that. Different types of birds were collected, and then different birds and then different bees were there for me. All that was there. My father was mad after gardening and all that. Everything was fine and everything was fine. And Baba used to come once or twice in a year. I did not know who he is or who he was. My mother would be very reverential and all that. My father would be very respectful to him. I don't know who he is. So when I come from my college, one day I see it at the very end of the gate. We had a long approach road. Somebody is standing over there. For the first time he has come. Oh, I said, oh, that's a man called Meherabad. So I get down from my cycle to pay respect because of my mother. Bow down. Baba takes the cycle. And Baba walks all the way back and all that. That's how he comes. And then he starts playing games with me. And what the game he played with me, a college student, catch hold of the middle finger. And I have to go back, there's a big match over there, and I'm pulled back. Yeah, partners are waiting for me and all that sort of thing. And play this, and then he starts Ludo game. How can I refuse this man, because my parents are there, and they'll get wild if I do something. So I said, never again. Next day he told me like that. So next day, with the whole day spent like that. When I went back to my college, the boys were very angry because I did not turn up. So then the next day, I see him again standing at the gate. I said, oh, this can never happen. So I went back to and got myself in my room there, had my bath, changed my clothes and went back to play the game. My mother asked me, did you not come this afternoon? Why did you come so late now? So I didn't come. When did you come? We did not see you. Baba was waiting for you. Yeah, I know. I saw him. But do you know why he was waiting for you and you absconded? Do you know who he is? He is Zoroaster having come again. Why do you think Zoroaster has come again? So that's how my first conflict with this man, What to do now? Well, Baba is there, and now Baba then comes again when my mother is scolding me. He said, don't scold him. What he did was the right thing. It's the age where you should go and join the sports. That made me like this man. I did not know who he is. So that's how he got closer and closer. And then it so happened that he used to come every now and again, and he enjoyed his company and all that. He would be like one of us, a good sportsman, play with us, cricket and all that. He would be boy amongst boys, man amongst men, and God amongst saints. So that's how he was. So while one day I was in college and all that, and so Baba said that, well, you know, I want you all to get engaged. So he engaged me to a woman, and my sister was engaged the same day to another man who was the brother of the woman. They were both cousins. And we are there. My parents are happy. They are pleased. Something is going to happen with this boy, young man now. 7 years passed by. Nothing happened. Hello. So, amongst our family, there's one day when we are back in Ahmednagar, there's a good quarrel over there. And Baba says, how is the family doing? Well, there was some quarrel over there. What's the quarrel about? Something that I was engaged 7 years ago by you, and nothing has taken place, and all that sort of thing. Oh yeah, Baba says, get the calendar, let's get you married. That's how, after 7 years of engagement, I got married. And there's a big feast over here, called Akbar Press, which is no longer now. And it's a big place. It was a big place of my grandfather. Akbar Press is the name of the press. Cotton and gin factory there. So here, I'm given that property is destroyed. That's how it is. So, I got married on a day. My sister got married, my son got married. My sister got married to my bride's brother. I got married to that woman. Happy, the family is happy. And then Baba says, I'm hungry now. It's lunchtime. So I said, okay, I'll get you. No sooner I get down from the stage, after getting married and showered with blessings on the priest and all that, I have to arrange for his dinner, lunch. So I go to the kitchen and get the plate and all that, and make him sit down and eat. While I'm eating, while he's eating, he says, call your bride, call your bride. Is she happy? Surely she might be. So that's how I called her. And Baba said, would I have a morsel of food? Baba put a morsel of food in her mouth. So are you happy now that you're married? So yes, Baba. Fine. Now will you do what I tell you to do? Said, yes. I want you to live from now as brother and sister. So I was married for 1 hour. And then now embrace each other as sister would embrace the brother and brother embrace. That's how we embrace. Who is translating?
I am right.
Huh?
I'll translate.
Do you want him, do you want us to have him stop for a little bit and then translate? Yeah.
That's fine.
Eric, why don't you stop for a moment and he'll translate it in Spanish and
I do
then
not know.
continue.
That's how.
I was called
just
out
came.
on an emergency and then I just came out.
Go on.
At this point, I'm realizing that the ambient noise is pretty distracting. I have another video that I could play a part of. What do you guys think? Do you want to continue with this one? Are you?
No, it's very good. It's the main story, which is important, what she
Just
told.
stories. Anybody else? So I should just go ahead with it. It's hard.
We need to hear the Spanish translation of it. No.
I know this group. I think they're the ones from Las Plata, Argentina.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to hear.
Great. Okay, so you'll hear some Spanish. Okay, but you're okay with the ambient noise is really it's what is the word? It's distracting, but yeah, it's Erich telling his story. So okay, we'll continue then.
Eruch está hablando de cuando Baba.
She's asking me about my life.
Ella le está preguntando que la señora quería que Eruch contara su historia. Entonces Eruch empezó a contar la historia cuando él se casó, o Baba arregló un casamiento para él. Entonces, después de que el casamiento ocurre, Baba le da un pedacito de un dulce a ella y le pregunta, ¿estás feliz? Que te has casado, soy muy, muy feliz. Entonces, Baba le pregunta, ¿estás dispuesta a hacer exactamente lo que te digo? Y ella dijo que sí. Entonces Baba le dice, ahora quiero que vivan como hermano y hermana.
So the last thing was that you embraced each other, now you live as brother and sister.
Brother and sister. So I got married for 1 hour.
Se casó por 1 hora.
But that 1 hour has helped me throughout my life. Because afterwards I was young, handsome and good looking, not like now. There were quite a few girls who were around me all the time, so I could say, I'm already married. Oh, you're married? So that's the used to be. It was good that I got married for 1 hour at least. Three times it happened.
Did somebody even come to Baba, Erich, and ask Baba if they could have you as the bridegroom for their daughter?
Yeah.
And Baba did the same thing. What can I do? He's already married.
Entonces esta 1 hora que fue casado le ha ayudado inmensamente toda su vida, porque él era muy buen mozo, joven y muy atractivo a las señoritas. Entonces si alguien, una de ellas tenía interés en él, le dice, estoy casado. Y una familia vino a Baba y le pidió, ¿por qué no arregla un casamiento entre nuestra hija y él, que son tan buena pareja? Y ¿qué puedo hacer? Está casado ya.
Then in 1938, we just skip over the years. I'm in college. All of a sudden, I received a telegram from Baba. I'm working in the garden. We are a big garden, as I told you all. In the summertime, holiday of course. And cable came from this place, Panjgani. The Baba is there. To me, come and see me immediately at Panjgani and so place. There's the cable, put it in the pocket. But you know, at the time, when the telegrams are received, the telegraph person comes with a ring at the time when so my mother heard it and she came out. What was it? Was it a telegram? I said, yeah. I gave it to her. So she leaves there and says, Baba wants you immediately. What are you doing? You're not going? I'll go, but you see my plants, I've got the plants out there, the roots they might be exposed to sun and all that. I'll go tomorrow. What's the matter with you? You should go immediately. Baba tells you to come immediately. You should. My mother was like that. So she got left in a half. After about an hour, another telegram came. Same thing, but from a different station. I want you to come and see me immediately. And mother comes again. See how it is. See how it is. So I said, all right, I go. Right. My father's car was there in the portico. I took the car, stationed it at the station, and left the place, and saw him at this place at Panjgani. And there he said, is it possible for you to leave the world and come to me? Out of the blue, huh? And I said, by your grace, I don't know why I said so. I don't repent, but I said so. I don't know how it came out. By your grace, anything is possible. Oh, that's wonderful, Baba. Then come. Come on 1st August 1938. That was 1938 June.
ahora está relatando un cuento de cuando recién vino Baba, era en 1938, estaba viviendo con la familia, el padre, la madre, y él trabajaba en el jardín, tenía una casa muy linda, una gran, como una finca, y la madre era Baba Lover, y un día de repente recibe él un telegrama de Baba pidiéndole que venga inmediatamente a un pueblo que se llama Panchkan. Entonces él tomó el telegrama, lo puso en el bolsillo y siguió haciendo su trabajo. Pero como en ese tiempo, cuando llegaban telegramas, había, llamaban por teléfono o el que daba el telegrama, hacía un sonido, entonces la mamá vino a decir, ¿tiene un telegrama? Entonces sí, déjame verlo. Lo lee y dice, ¿y no vas a ir? Va a estar llamando inmediatamente. No, tengo este trabajo, las plantas se van a secar las raíces, voy mañana. Ella se enojó, pero salió. Y era así, bien, de carácter bien fuerte, y quería que él fuera. Y en una hora después tiene otro telegrama de Baba diciendo que él venga inmediatamente para Panchkani. Y entonces tomó el auto de su padre para la estación, tomó el tren y se encontró con Baba. Y Baba le preguntó, ¿estás dispuesto a dejar todo el mundo para venir a vivir conmigo? Y él no sabe cómo salió, pero dijo, por su voluntad, por su gracia, si así lo haré. Y nunca se ha arrepentido, pero no sabe cómo salió eso. Cuando era tan joven, ¿cómo salió eso? Porque no había sido idea de él. Y desde ese entonces ha estado con Baba.
So it was 1913, June. Come on, 1st August. By your grace, anything is possible. Is it possible for the whole family to come? You everybody can come to me? By your grace, anything is possible. So all of you all should come. So I go from Panchgani back to my place in Nagpur. And mother is very anxious to see what happened. What did Baba call you for? What? How women are. I said, mother, allow me to take rest for some time. I'll take bath and all that. I'll just come around all these things. So afterwards, they all came and sat down. What did Baba tell you? What happened? So I tell you. I did not know how they will accept, but my mother jumped with joy, and I was surprised. What? Do you like the idea? So do you know? Do you realize what he says? He is the one who is holding our hand now. So to escape, if we had got hold of his hand, there might have been a chance for our gift to lose. But he has held it. No escape. Now I'm so happy. Oh God, I said this woman. So what should we do now? Of course we are going. Oh God. So now then I have to arrange for all we had a big property and all that. So I have to. Luckily what happened, all of a sudden I thought about that. And Baba gave me that thought. There would come a lady, a family, not a family, Zois passing family. Every time she would come and sit on the swing there in my garden, big garden and all that. I said, my God, it's like a paradise over here. How I wish I had owned this. How I wish I had owned it. And I would very much inwardly get annoyed with her. So all of a sudden the thought came, oh, she loved this road, why can't I ask her? Because we have to sell the whole thing. So I went to her and said, you like the property? Yeah, of course. Would you like to buy it? Yeah. Why do you want to sell it? And I told her about Baba called this and all that. So that's how. Are you sure? Have you asked your mother, father? Yeah. They have told me, whatever Baba said, I should do it, but it is my responsibility because they are too old for it. So do you want to buy it or not? Otherwise, go to other customers. No, we want it. So she came and asked, confirmed from my parents and all that. And then so I said, how much will you pay? Well, I can't offer you much because the property is a very huge thing and I'm not that rich. I can offer you just, what, 50,000 only? Yeah. All that. All that.
You want to stop here? Just for a second, Eric. So that's
Entonces cuando Eruch vuelve de la visita de Baba, se encuentra con toda la familia y la mamá, toda la familia se reúne y la mamá está muy ansiosa. ¿Qué es lo que ha dicho Baba? ¿Qué es lo que él desea? ¿Qué es lo que te ha pedido? Y ahí así, a ver cómo así son las mujeres, ¿no? Y él cuando le dijo, no sabía cómo van a recibir esta noticia, que Baba le ha pedido que todos vinieran a él, que es posible que todos vengan a él. Entonces él le dijo lo mismo, por su gracia, por su voluntad. Entonces cuando le hizo eso a la familia, lo que Baba había pedido, ella estaba con una alegría tremenda. ¿Por qué esta reacción? Y le dice, pero ¿por qué estás así? ¿No te das cuenta que Él es el que nos ha agarrado las manos ahora? Entonces no hay manera de que nos deje, no hay manera de que nos perdamos. O sea, si nosotros le habíamos agarrado la mano, entonces se puede soltar y nos podemos perder, pero Él nos ha tomado. Entonces toda la familia decidió ir a Baba y el padre era un oficial de gobierno muy importante, tiene una gran propiedad. ¿Qué vamos a hacer con la casa? ¿Cómo vamos a disponer de todo esto y dejar todo y ir a Baba? Y de repente se le vino el pensamiento que había una mujer que venía todo el tiempo y se sentaba en una hamaca en la casa y le hablaba a Eruch. Venía de visita, una Zoroaster, Parsi, de la misma comunidad. Y ella siempre sentaba ahí, miraba la propiedad, la brisa y dice, qué lindo lugar, cómo me gustaría haber podido tener este lugar que fuera mío. Y entonces él siempre le decía eso y le vino ese pensamiento. Él le preguntó a la familia, fue a verla y dijo, ¿quiere comprar la propiedad? Y le dijo, ¿qué la van a vender? Le contó toda la historia y ella dijo que sí. Fue y iba a visitar a la familia y para que se negociara. Y le preguntaron, ¿cuánto puede pagar? Y es tan grande propiedad, no tengo tanto dinero. Dijo, 50,000 rupias, que en esa época era mucho dinero, pero no era tanta. Y él dijo, bueno, y sigue.
I said, 50,000. She said, it's too much, how can it be possible? I can only give you 5,000 rupees. Because I don't have. But what can I do? I had to go to Baba with the whole family and all that. I can't go on haggle and all that. So I said, okay, you 5,000 rupees. You don't have more now? He said, no. It's all right. Don't worry. So that's how.
But you bargained, you said, okay, but then we'll just give you the house and we'll sell off all the...
Yeah. So I bargained, I said, okay, you can have your house and property, but we'll sell the furniture separately. Because we are a very rich furniture also. So, all right. So that's how it was settled, in short. So what had happened was that I think we left on time, we did go. We did go on 1st of August to Baba. And we came to Baba on 1st of August. But one thing Baba had told me, while coming with the family on 1st of August 1938, sell everything, but don't sell the car. Bring the car here and come in the car. But then Baba said that your father has yet to retire because my father was on a big post. He was the chief inspector of boilers and factories. So he had 6 more months to retire. So I had asked Baba, should he leave the job and come? He said, no. Let him be on the job for 6 months and then retire and then come. But you bring him here for 2 or 3 days with you all. So we all came. And Baba asked me first thing, did you bring the car? I said, no. So I told you to bring the car. Why did you not bring the car? You could do with the first order I gave you. This is the first reception I'm receiving. I said, but Baba, you know what has happened now? You have created a scar on my heart for this disobedience. This is the reception I'm getting for leaving the world and coming to him. A scar on his heart. I said, but what can I do? Our father had to go. What? You could have brought the car. I would have sent your father in the car back. I'm sorry. That's all. So that's how we came to Baba in 1938. And since then we are living with him. We were called dying with him.
Y después cuando hubo una negociación con la señora, ellos le pidieron a él 70.000. Y ella dijo, bueno, no tengo bastante dinero, le preguntaron, ¿cuánto tiempo? 5.000. Entonces hubo un poco más de negociación, pero como tenían la orden de ir a Baba el 1 de agosto, era junio del 28, y tenían que ir en varios meses, entonces dijeron, bueno, 5.000 y vendemos los muebles separados, la propiedad de la casa es suya. Se selló la venta. Y Baba le dijo que dispongan de todo, que vendan todo, menos el coche. El automóvil, que lo traigan con ustedes. Y le preguntaron, pero mi papá tiene 6 meses más para jubilarse, debería venir y no jubilarse. No, Baba dijo que trabaje 6 meses más y después se jubile y venga a vivir conmigo. Pero antes, cuando vengan ustedes, el primero que vengan con ustedes. Entonces, llegaron en el día señalado y Baba preguntó, ¿y trajeron el automóvil? Y Eruch dijo que no. Y Baba dijo, no puedes seguir, mi primer orden no la puedes seguir. Has dejado una cicatriz en mi corazón. Dice, así, él dejó la familia ha dejado todo, todos iban a venir con Baba. Son unos pocos meses han disponido todo, y esa es la recepción que me da. Y le preguntó varias veces, ¿por qué no has traído y porque mi papá lo necesita para el trabajo. Pero podrías haber traído, habrían venido todos juntos y lo habría mandado de vuelta en el automóvil y hubiera seguido mi orden. Y ha dejado una cicatriz en mi corazón. Y así fue la recepción de él para cuando llegó por primera vez.
So where did we?
So, and then you lived died with him.
Your first reception, huh?
Yeah. So you died with Baba. You came to join him, and then you died with him.
So you said, and so we came to live with Baba, but one could say we are dying.
What happened there with that lady who occupied our bungalow? We are now with Baba. We are living the life with Baba as usual. And now we are in our new life of beggary, helplessness and hopelessness and all that. So
You've gone off with Baba.
we are gone off.
And haven't been able to see your mother or anything.
Nobody.
But one day, remember Baba said,
Baba sent me out with a rupee, 1 rupee, to give to your mother like that, and get us some food.
as Diksha.
As Diksha, as alms. So I go to my mother, and then my mother, you have come, and she sees me in a dress, you see, dress of a mendicant. I said, what's the matter? I said, Baba is a new life and all that. So I said, give me. So she gives. Then she said, do you know what has happened now to that woman who purchased a property? I said, what happened? So she had come here with a huge bag of currency notes. And she was in search for you because she had told a lie to you that she had no more money than 5,000 rupees. And she paid you only 5,000 for the property. But since then, she occupied the place, but since then she didn't have any peace because wherever she went from one room to another room, there will be always Meherabad walking before her. So she had to sell the property. But the scar of having told a lie is there. So she had brought the money. So I said, what did you do with that money? Did you take that? She says, no. Mother says, no, I didn't take it. It's good that you didn't take it. What did you do? I told her to distribute to the poor. That's how she distributed. Good that you did that, mother. So that's what happened to that property. Baba wouldn't allow.
Entonces, para terminar la última parte, que cuando así fue su recepción y estuvieron viviendo con Baba, pero se puede decir que estuvieron muriendo con Baba. Y siguió la vida con él, y un día están en la nueva vida, años después, viajando por toda India como por dioseros, pidiendo la comida, viviendo de las ofrendas de la gente, y así sin esperanzas y sin recursos, helpless y hopeless en la vida. Y Baba lo mandó a la casa de su madre, y llega ahí en vestido como mendicante y pidiendo diksha, o sea, una ofrenda. Y ella lo ve y dice qué está pasando, que le explica que está en la nueva vida. Y en la reunión la madre le dice, ¿sabes lo que pasó con esa señora que compró la propiedad? Bueno, ella vino hace un tiempo ofreciendo un dineral tremendo. Y dice, ¿qué pasó? Y que vino a pagar para la casa, porque cuando había comprado y dicho que no tenía más dinero, había dicho una mentira. Y cuando entró a vivir en la casa, iba de habitación a habitación y lo único que veía era Baba enfrente de él. Así que esa mentira había dejado una cicatriz en el corazón de él. Y vino y Eruch le dijo, ¿pero aceptaste el dinero? Y dijo que no. Le dije que se lo diera a los pobres. Y dijo, muy bien, dije Eruch, muy bien que hiciste así. Y entonces fue así que Baba no le dejó que mantuviera la propiedad.
So where did we come?
So, where are we up to? The woman gave you the money, distributed it to the poor.
No, he didn't give him.
Yeah.
What is the goal?
So the money was given to your mother. Your mother told her to distribute the money to the poor, and she never saw her again.
Yeah.
That's where you came to. And you told your mother it was good that you did that.
Yeah.
So that's where you left off.
Yeah. That's when I went for begging at my mother's place.
For that one day.
That's how we are leading our life now. Now forget about my life. I want to tell you something different. What happened was that afterwards, of course, you know that I continued to live with him and all that. You know that. Why do you want to know more about it? This was my early life. After that, I'm with Baba now.
You share what you want to share.
Huh?
You share what you want to share.
She said, you tell what you want to tell.
No, what
You share what you
I
want.
want to tell you something quite different. I thought of telling you something different. It was very nice. I'll tell you afterwards about the life. We'll continue. So what happened was, what was on my mind was this. I don't know whether you all have heard that story about, have you all, Everything and Nothing, have you heard of Everything and Nothing book?
Yes. Yes.
¿Han escuchado el libro del todo y la nada?
Yeah. So the Everything and Nothing is a book of Baba's answers to a man who would come here to Baba and pester him with philosophical questions. He was a philosopher and a scientist. His name was Dr. Niranjan Singh. He was the principal of Camp College in Delhi. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
Is he still alive or dead?
No, he died.
He died
Died about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
His wife died last year.
Oh, really?
El libro
So, this is the story about this man who was a great philosopher and a scientist. He was the principal of that college, Camp College. He would come here to Baba every now and again with his wife and sit here in front of Baba, and then all the time asking questions. And so Everything and Nothing is a book pertaining to the answers that were given by Baba. Of course, I used to translate his gestures and all and read it more and all that. But there was one Australian over here, by Francis Belleron, who sit here and quietly jot down the answers. Francis, in short, every time you come here, you ask all sorts of questions. That's how it is. After many years of coming, because he would come from college. So he would come every time when he had college vacation. About after 3 or 4 or 5 years, one day he says, Mama, thank you very much for all the care and concern you showed, for all my questions and you have answered them. And my mind is at peace now. There's nothing more to ask you. I'm so happy. Thank you very much. Francis going back, he embraced him also. So that Francis heard that, who was jotting down this is now at the end of the book, whatever it be. So he edited the whole thing and created the whole thing and sent the whole manuscript to Bill LePage, who is arriving tomorrow morning. He's not here today. He'll be coming tomorrow morning. So for Bill LePage to print it, and that's how he printed the book called Everything. No, then he sent the book, and then Bill LePage was very happy to have that whole thing. I said, but we had never given the title for it. What is the title? Should I print? So he asked Baba about it. He asked, what's the title? Everything and Nothing. So that's how the book was printed. And the book, after being printed, copies were sent to presented to Baba. So 6 copies were presented to Baba, and Baba looked at them and kept them. Next vacation, that fellow comes again, Principal Niranjan Singh. Have you seen this photo? Have you met him?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
In Panchpara, you have seen the photo. Panchpara, new book has published in that you have seen photo.
Pardon?
Panchpara, new book has published in that you have seen photo. Panchpara.
In the 5, here, have this. In the 5-6 book,
5-6.
they have a picture of Naranjan
Yeah,
Singh.
yeah,
That's what the man is saying.
That book name is Panchpara.
El hombre se llama Singh y
Panchpara. Panchpara. Panchpara.
Panchpara.
Panchpara.
So this is Naranjan Singh.
Yes, my Five Loved Ones. There's a book called Five Loved Ones. So he was one of them. So he's oh, the photo is also in that book. It's a small book.
But this is we have to start right here. So this is Naranjan Singh, the Sikh gentleman.
Very wise man.
And doctor's photo is also there.
Yes, Dr. Dallas. Oh, wow.
Desde el final del libro le dijo, ah, sí, me imagino que sí, bueno, ya está. Ya estoy complacido, bueno, ¿cómo le ponemos todo? Y bueno, le dan a Bill LePage el libro para que le imprima. Y LePage iba a venir justo a casa la otra mañana. Y ahí terminó. Ahora va a seguir. Está buenísimo.
So what happened is that the principal is here. Bill LePage has now printed the book and sent it to Baba. After some time, next vacation, this fellow comes over here, the principal over here. And Baba is very happy to present the copies to him. He gives him a copy and says, look, goodbye. Baba says, that's your book. You don't like it? See how it has been? Yes, Baba. His hand on his paper. What happened? What happened to you? Oh, my heart was so filled with all the answers that you gave me. My mind was satisfied when I left you last Friday. How happy I was. How contented I felt. But then what happened? What has happened to you now? Baba is asking. What may I tell you, Baba? My stupid mind. When I sat in the train after an hour or two, as the train is moving, my mind instigated this question. What's the matter? What has happened? Since then, I'm intrigued, you see, with what is the matter with you? What happened? This is, Baba says that he is infinite power, infinite knowledge, infinite bliss, infinite existence and all that. How can infinity be bottled in this finite frame of yours? Well, he's a philosopher, this man, and a scientist. How can infinity be bottled in this little frame of yours? Since then, I have no peace of mind. And Baba looks at us, so what to do with this man? I'm intrigued with all this. Baba says, you are in this little tiny thing, insignificant. Do you know that I, being the creator, being existence, infinite, eternal, I am myself intrigued with all my creation. You are intrigued too? Where's the picture here? Yes. You want to know? I want to know how are you intrigued about it? You being the creator? You want to know? At that time there were no benches there, no porch there, nothing was there. Not even the dispensary, not even that quarter was there. Everything was plain ground there. So I said, you want to know why I'm intrigued? You are intrigued because you said that how can infinity be bottled up in this finite frame? I'm intrigued with my creation. But how, Baba? You see what is there? What do you see outside? I see the shoes. That's all. Anything else? I see the ground. What else? I see the ground. What else? I see the cattle grazing. What else? The sheep are also there. What else do you see? The farmers are there. What else do you see? The shepherds are there. And we go on. What else do you see? Baba said. I see a huge trees over there. What else do you see? And then it goes on. I see a range of hills. That's all. Anything else? I see the horizon, the whole sky. So that's what intrigues me. How can your tiny foot capture such vastness? How can that be? How can your tiny pupil capture such vastness?
Y entonces este hombre, el próximo verano, como venía todos los veranos, el próximo verano vino y para hacer un viaje regular para visitar la Baba. Y cuando llegó, entonces Baba estaba muy feliz, tenía las copias del libro y pero mire, aquí está el libro. Sí, bueno, no una cosa no muy importante. Pero me dijo, pero su libro no está feliz que ha estado publicado. Y dijo, Baba, no estoy bien, estoy confundido, muy confundido. Pero ¿por qué? ¿Qué pasa? Y así estoy. Baba tuvo que seguirle preguntando, ¿qué es lo que pasa? ¿Qué es lo que pasa? Y finalmente dice, Baba, cuando me fui la última vez estaba tan feliz, tan contento que me habías contestado todas las preguntas. Mi mente estaba tranquila, mi corazón completamente bien. Y me fui de aquí el hombre más contento. Llegué en el tren, estuve un tiempo en el tren y de repente se me entró un pensamiento que no me ha dejado en paz desde ese entonces. No he podido, no sé cómo, no entiendo qué, pero ¿qué es lo que pasa? No he podido estar tranquilo, la mente me tormenta. Pero ¿qué es lo que pasa? Y tuve ese pensamiento, ¿cómo puede ser que tú siendo el infinito puedes estar embotellado en un cuerpo humano? ¿Qué voy a hacer con este hermano? ¿Qué voy a hacer con este hombre? Y se dice, pero tú estás intrigado por esa pregunta, pero yo estoy intrigado por mi creación. ¿Cómo puede ser que tú estás intrigado por la creación? Así la discusión, pero yo estoy intrigado, pero ¿cómo puedes tú estar? Finalmente Baba dice, le hace una pregunta. Y aquí cuando en ese tiempo no había nada, lugar donde sentarse, planta. Pero ¿qué es lo que ves? Pues veo una vaca. ¿Qué más ves? O veo un perrito más allá. ¿Pero qué más ves? Veo un campesino haciendo en su campo. ¿Alguna cosa más? Bueno, veo un lago bien, bien grande, ajá, pero no ves algo más. Y bueno, veo unas colinas ahí en la distancia, y así, se pregunta tras pregunta, no ves nada más. Y hasta que bien a la distancia, una cosa que vi, seguía las preguntas. Y así es porque estoy intrigado por mi creación. ¿Cómo puede ser que la pupila tuya, así tan pequeña, puede abarcar una cosa tan grande, tantas cosas?
Thank God only we have one group of Spanish people, not Russians and Chinese.
But you know, next month there'll be, Eric, next month you've got people from Turkey, you've got people from Spain, you've got someone from France, Australians, that's their own language.
No escape anymore, huh?
We also have some Yugoslavs.
You have those Yugoslavs here, Serbians.
And one from Mars.
Is that the end of the story? Is that the end of the story?
Yeah.
He's leaving tomorrow.
I know. So Tex, we've got just a few minutes before everyone will be going out to lunch.
Yes.
I know, that must be prompted.
I get very tongue-tied when I come to Meherazad. As everybody knows, I'm not tongue-tied elsewhere. But when I come to Meherazad, I get very tongue-tied.
Well, let me help you along.
All right, you do that one. I need help.
So, Tex, is he going in the I know you have Tex on the hot stories, but when do you want to when you met Baba, did you feel absolutely that first time you met Baba, you met him in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. Well,
you
know, I didn't want to come, even though I'd known about Baba first. But I'm telling my story tonight. But
Eruch will.
Yes, well, but I didn't want to come. And I felt that I was only coming because of Miss Krask. I was very fond of her, and she had talked to me about Baba for 5 years, and I didn't want to come, and I felt I was there on fraudulent ground. And I really dreaded coming, and then the terrible flight and everything like that. And when the girls met Baba, and so forth, and then finally my turn came, and Delia came. And she had come for each girl that were there and taken them into the lagoon cabin. And she came for me, and I just sat there. And she finally said, come, and I just sat there. And she took me by the hand and led me to the lagoon cabin. And when finally Baba opened his arms to me, and I looked into Baba's eyes, and Baba embraced me, and gave me something that I didn't know existed. He gave me enough love for 5 or 6 lifetimes in that one moment. And I don't know how long the embrace was. It seemed like an eternity, and yet it was over too soon. And that's that.
Thank you. May I just...
Well, wasn't that precious just at the end there? So now we have come to the sharing part of our meeting.
What year was that, Betty? Do you know?
I'd have to look for it.
It was written on the video. It was on just 1 year before he passed away, 2000.
Thank you. You saw that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was on the video. It was in some place. It was typed there. It was October or November 2000. And Eruch was 85 when he passed away.
85. That's what he said. He was 85. Yeah. Yeah. So, wow. I don't know. I looked at a lot of videos and he was so funny. Just at the really short beginning of this, I thought, that's it. But Mikhail.
Yeah, so first of all, it was very interesting. Thank you, Rosalie, that you asked for it to continue, because I felt that it was like Baba wanted us to spend time with Eruch in Mandalay Hall again, just to spend time with him. It was a quite a long video. And so it was interesting. And I saw, this guy who was translating, that's Gus. That's Gus. He married Radha, and he was the doctor next to, and he was a long time the Western doctor in Meherabad later on, with Radha, who he married later on. She was a nurse, and she came from Serbia when there was the war there, the terrible war between the two conflicting parts of Serbia before it was divided, and before they made peace. Hopefully it will happen here too. And I saw Nan there, and the one who was sitting right in front next to
Ivana?
Devana was Kusum Singh. Kusum Singh, yeah. So she's the daughter of the Rani who asked for her dead daughter to become alive. And Baba said, yes, I'll do that. So that's the story of the Rani that used to live in Dehradun next to Baba when he was in the New Life. And the last one was Ted High-Tech's.
Hightower.
Hightower, yeah, that who was the dancer of Margaret Crask. So his short story was also very nice. And Irene from the Pilgrim Reservations was sitting right next to us. So it was really, like sitting in Meherabad, in Meherazad, in Baba's, in Eruch's company. And that was 1 year before he passed away. Actually,
Who was the girl to Eruch's left? She was kind of on a high perch.
Maybe an Australian girl? The one who was...
I don't know her.
She reminded me of Nick Principe's wife. Maybe her name was Beth Principe.
What?
It was Beth Principe.
Principe, Beth? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know I don't have any idea if it could have been someone looked like her.
So it was really nice. He was looking really good, and a few months later he was going downhill with his health. And then in August he just passed away. I was there actually in this last month. I was there not to the day that he passed away, but I think I left 2 weeks before that. That was my summer vacation, and I came. And Etzion gave me a broken video camera, and I didn't know how to do it, but I managed how to take pictures with it. And I took a short video of Eruch when he's telling the story of his family, like he did here. He's telling the story of his family and how Baba asked, will your family come? And he said, by your grace, they will. And by your grace, everything is possible. And they did come. His mother was so happy, and his father was so generous with everything. And Eruch was really ailing at that time. 2 weeks later, he passed away, or something like that. So you can imagine he was really down, really. So he turned to us and he said, if you were asked if your family will leave everything and come to me, what do you think they would answer? He was so proud of his family at these very last days of his life in this world. He was telling the story of his family and being so proud and saying, What do you think if Baba would say, invite your family to leave everything and come to him, what would they do? So he was, sort of praising and being so proud of his family for doing that. And actually, he should be. They left everything, and they just left everything and lived such a simple life. And so that was very precious.
There was one, he mentioned that he sold the property, but it was only going to be the house and
No, what happened was there was a neighbor. Their house was especially nice, and their big garden was especially nice, and so nice that it was known in all Nagpur. It was so nice, so beautifully done. So this lady, she came and she wanted to buy the house because they wanted to sell everything. So she came and wanted to buy the house, and he gave a certain price because also the gardens around were very special and also very huge. And she bargained. She said, I don't have enough money that you are telling me, you're giving me a price. I don't have that kind of money. So maybe so he said, maybe I will sell the garden, the area of the garden separately. And she said, oh no, then the house is, it goes with the garden. So she was actually bargaining with it about it, but saying that she doesn't have the money. And then years later, she came. I think someone was sick in the family, or I don't know. And she came with a bag of money, and she wanted to give it back to them. And she said, I did have the money then. I bargained. I did have the money then. I lied that I don't. Because he gave her, he said, okay, I won't, just take it and okay. So it's the same story like actually Baba's father when his partner lied and took all the businesses away from him in the court, and he said, I forgive you, but later on this lady comes to Baba with a suitcase of money, money. She opens. I think a suitcase with money, but anyway, she came and she offered Baba the money for that case because he won the case and he never gave him anything that belonged to him rightfully, and so she because her husband became very, very sick at that time, and she wanted to ask forgiveness and to give Baba the money, and Baba didn't want to get the money. I remember that he forgave her too. He forgave her in something, maybe her husband passed away or wasn't so bad, or I don't remember what happened to the husband, but that is a very similar story both of them had. When someone is lying to you about money, trying to take you as a fool, it's not worth it. Not in this time, not to Baba and not to any one of us. Don't take money.
Back at Eruch's house, the woman said that the woman who came with the money, she said, I can't be there because I see Baba in every room.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Baba follows me around, but because and so she ultimately sold. And also that bag of money that she gave, Gaimai asked Erich, what should I do? And he said, give it to the poor. I think that's how it went.
No, he said, they don't take it. They don't touch it. It's money, that's dirt money. Don't touch it. I think he told the woman, give it to the poor.
Poor, right.
And the same thing happened with the money that the other lady wanted to bring. No, Baba never took money for someone who didn't have a full heart open for that. No. And
also back when they negotiated about the house and the house and the sale, so the lady got the house and she got the garden, but there were some other things that Erich, and I think including the car, that Erich held, that Erich did not give in that.
No, the car I think his father kept for his business. No, because the father kept on working I don't think that she got the car and the story with the car. I didn't hear Eruch so well. It was more because of the way he was talking and because of the noise in the place that I was just, relaxing and thinking that I'm sitting there, and being in Mandalay Hall while he's telling the story. So I didn't hear the details, but I remember the stories from before.
Yeah, I too. I was trying to understand what it was that he kept out of the sale, but it was hard to understand.
Yeah, I think he left the car with his father, and not this lady, which didn't get the car.
Anybody else have any stories of marriage or thoughts or any shares? So nice. Wasn't it just so nice to be back there in Mandalay Hall? Just wow.
It was very precious, and I think that we are actually the last people who have been there, and met these people. And so it's even more meaningful. And I think that that I came here in order to honor that gift that I had to be in the presence of these beautiful, amazing souls that Baba left behind to meet us. And I think it's just to honor their service and the good luck that I had to be present. So thank you, Baba, and thank you all there. Yeah, it's very precious times.
Yeah. Well, guess if we have no shares,
I wanted to say, he comes from an extraordinary family. I mean, the Sata family, because Nashawan Mama recognized Baba. He says, I think he's Zoroaster. He was sitting under a tree at Meherabad before it was Meherabad. And he comes back to Akbar Press and he says, I think I met Zoroaster. They all came to Baba. I mean, that's a family in readiness, and I love my memories of Mandalay Hall. I don't know, there was just something so beautifully easy about Eruch for me that it was just wonderful. And I remember any time when they'd come in the afternoon and say, Mara's on the porch, and I would just immediately go. But there was never any, it was always very freely said, very free. I didn't feel like I didn't appreciate, it was a wonderful thing happening there in Mandalay Hall, and that was beautiful in itself. That they were happy for you to live.
The young man who was doing the retelling in the translation, he got better and better as it went along. He seemed more spontaneous, fluid, and expressing heart quality, emotional content was really flowing along with where he was, in the beginning, or he was a little rough. I mean, just that's what it seemed to me. It seemed that way to me.
Yeah.
I thought,
that was Ralph. That was Gus.
Dr. Gus.
Dr. Gus.
Really?
that was doing the translating with the glasses, the eyeglasses.
Dr. Gus, yeah.
That guy was an American?
No.
I thought he was an American, yeah.
Oh no, that man wasn't. That wasn't.
That was Gus. If you look at it again, you will see it's Dr. Gus.
Who was vociferating the translation in Spanish?
Yeah. And he was sitting next to Irene. Irene from the Pat and Irene Pilgrim reservations.
I don't know her, but I mean, when I say, I don't remember that, but
You know,
Gus, what's his last name?
I don't know what his last name is. He was always called
Gus?
Dr. Gus, like Dr. Ann is called Dr. Ann. I don't know what her last name is. Dr. Ann, Dr. Gus, Dr. Goher. I don't. Well, we know we're all Iranis. Oh, Baba.
this is one of 4 recordings called Mandali Hall Talks that Judy Stevens made. And they're, if you just Google Mandali Hall Talks, it'll come up and you see. This was number 1, and there are 4 of them.
So where was that group? Were they with the ones from Argentina?
I didn't.
Yes, so.
You would guess that, wouldn't you? I didn't say.
Yeah, because when I was there last time in 2009, they had written such that beautiful song, No olvides el fuego. Don't forget the fire, for the fire is love. It was all about the samadhi and being barefoot pilgrims. It was I had to have it when I came back, and when I got back to Myrtle Beach, there was a fire raging across the waterway, and big pieces of ash were flying over to the center. There was a fire. It was interesting. Yeah, but that song is it's just this magnificent song about coming there and dancing wildly in the gardens of it's yeah, I have a translation of it, and it's being sung in Spanish, but just I really felt it was like my theme song of my pilgrimage.
Wow.
That's how it was. So it was tremendous, and I loved the community of those people. They'd sit in the hallways of the pilgrim retreat, and they'd create. You know, it was just a wonderful group. And I remember one time they were showing a film of Baba and this little. His name was Dante. He must be grown up now, years later, that he walked up to the screen just like, he goes, Baba. You're just like totally, it's Baba. It's Baba there. Yeah. But they were, I so appreciated them. And that feeling of community. And so I wouldn't doubt that was, and I didn't recognize any of these people. So it's probably, it's kind of a place on fire with Baba. Yeah. Yeah. They're passionate people.
Yeah.
It's in the song. Don't forget the fire, for the fire is love. And it's so beautiful in that language. That language is a very beautiful language. It's not as beautiful it's sung in English. I don't even know how you do it.
Well, I found it. I've got we could play it, and that would be. We do that.
Play it. It's
What's
And
that?
you can also play Eruch's prayer, sang by Joe Stewart. I sent you the link in the chat, and I also send you an email.
All right. Okay.
Sung by who?
By Joe
Stewart. All right.
It's really nice, beautiful with Baba's pictures.
Okay. Well, okay. I'll do that first, then I think, and then let's see. Let me find that one.
It's so funny because Eruch was such a. I mean, he did all these things for Baba, and yet I don't know, he could kind of give relaxation in kind of like relaxation in religion, because all these people from every religion coming there, and he just he just had this, his conviction about Baba was just so beautiful. It was like a relaxed uh, conviction, not like Adi was more that fire, but I tell you, I appreciate both of their convictions. It's just beautiful. And
Oh,
Alba was still alive. He's I forget when he passed.
He passed away later on because he was
yeah.
the last three were Aloba, then Meryl, and then Bauji.
okay, let's hear Erich's prayer. Uh,
Beloved Baba, I remain beholden to you for everything that you have done for me. In spite of what I am and how I am, you have always
Where is that picture?
Weaknesses.
I don't know where that is.
You have forgiven me all my trespasses. You have never once chastised me. On the contrary, you have always showered me with your love upon me and your graces upon me. I have no words to express my gratitude, but to utter, oh Baba, oh Baba, oh Baba. I am grateful to you for everything. I remain grateful to you forever and ever. Oh Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you. Never, never, ever let me down, Baba. Never ever let me down. Never ever reject me, but accept me as I am and how I am. Beloved Baba, I remain beholden to you for everything that you have done for me. Oh Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you. Never, never, ever let me down. Oh Baba, guard me and guide me and help me. Hold my hand and lead me on to the very end. Fill me with your love from top to bottom. Fill me with your love from side to side. Fill me with your love inside and outside, so that your love pervades and permeates me, so that your love engulfs and envelops me, and all that is your love and not I. Beloved Baba, I remain beholden to you for everything that you have done for me. Oh Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you, never, never, ever let me down. Oh Baba, I beseech you, implore you, and beg of you, never, never, ever let me down. I remain resigned to your will, and let thy will be done always.
Even the birds were singing Meherabad.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Very beautifully done. Betty, you were muted, darling.
Yeah. Oh, that's just beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you, McCall, for thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Eruch. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful prayer, and it's set up so well, and such a nice pace that one can join that and ask that of Baba for us too.
I'm going to stop the recording now, and then I will play that other Rosalie, but it's just I'll